with the ongoing violence taking place in Leicester between Hindus and Muslims. Um, most, if not all of the time, Hindus have started it, and then the Muslims have been retaliating, rightly or wrongly. And how the media, obviously, they're going to portray it's the Muslims that are doing the wrong. However, the Hindu extremists, not all, the many Hindus are not. They themselves have said that this is not what they represent, and this is not the majority of Hindus. These are extreme minority. So we won't label all of them, just like we don't like to label all Muslim terrorists because of a few. So these few Hindu extremists, they feel like they can bring what's happening from India into here, into Leicester. We've been coexisting, we've been neighbours, been friends, we've been colleagues for decades. And now these people think that they can just bring from their nonsense from India into here. It's absolutely unacceptable. And this is not what we want in the UK or in India or anywhere else. And the Hindus will tell you that's not what they want, and the Muslims will tell you this is not what we want. And the Hindus will even tell you, like I've just mentioned, that this is not what Hinduism represents. This is just a few minority extreme ones. However, Muslims do have a right to protect themselves, and they've been attacked. And a lot of the times, this is how cowardly these thugs are. They come in groups of 10, 20, 30 and attack one person. These are the types of people that are on our streets, that are allowed to roam. And shame on the police as well. This was happening on the police's watch. The marching, and they were telling the Muslims to stand back. Yes, the Muslims should have listened, but what were they doing whilst the extreme Hindu thugs were throwing bottles and doing other things? What were the police doing then? What were they doing? And shame on the media outlets that are portraying that it's the Muslims to blame. It's about time Muslims stood for their rights. And we can't do much in other countries apart from prayers and sending money and other things, but because we're not direct on the ground, we can't do much. But in the UK, in Leicester and anywhere else, we should be doing everything in our power to stop people like this creating chaos and hatred in our communities, and creating divisions, and creating animosity, and putting fear into the hearts of people, our mothers, our sisters, the young, the elderly. People are walking to the mosque, they can't even walk to the mosque in peace, come back from the mosque, they can't go to the shops. Apparently people have been attacked going to schools. This is not acceptable, and it needs to stop, and we need to find a resolution, and the ones that are to blame need to be dealt with severely. Because there was no such thing for the decades we've been living together. There's not been any issues. It's these particular individuals, the ones who do not represent Hinduism, the ones that are extreme, the ones that Hindus themselves will tell you do not represent Hinduism. These ones need to be dealt with in the most harshest manner possible, in such a way that anyone else who tries to even replicate this will not even think about it.